Welcome to Comic Emporium, Panama City, Florida's most seasoned comic haven. But hold your horses, it's not just a comic shop, it's a treasure trove of pop culture collectibles, with a side of Lorcana, Magic the Gathering, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Card games. Whether you're a tabletop game enthusiast or a cosplay fanatic, we've got a range of weapons and miniatures that'll make your inner geek squeal with delight. And for the painters, we've got a whole rainbow of colours for your miniatures, models and terrain. Don't forget to roll the dice on our selection of math rocks and dice bags. And for the RPG lovers, we've got a library of Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder and more. Come on down to Comic Emporium, where you can play your favourite card, tabletop, war and RPG games until you're
Okay, maybe.
Okay. Technically, I'm adjacent.
Layla, this is the point of the story where, like, silence
Necro adjunct.
We'll keep an eye on him, and if it becomes a problem,
Babysit.
you know?
Oh, that's fun. That feels fun. It's fun.
Hey Coasters, welcome back to Candles and Coasters. This is our final episode of 2024 we're once again shooting from Comic Emporium right here in Panama City. This is Panama City's oldest comic shop. And Darrow, what have you got over there?
It's the new Dungeon Master screen.
Oh, the 2024 Dungeon Master screen.
It is.
Yeah. We've got those on the shelf right now. They go very well with the 2024 Player's Handbook and DM's Guide that is now available.
And in 2025, the Monster Manual.
That's right. Coming at the end of February 2025, all your local game stores and your premier stores will be getting the Monster Manual, so you can get all of them.
Nice sleeve. Yeah. It's very nice. I like it.
Very nice.
I like it a lot.
I agree. I don't normally use a DM screen here on stream because then you can't see me. And yeah, they can't see my rolls anyway because I have this nice little tray all the way over here. Also available at Comic Emporium. But enough with the commercials. Let's move on with the good stuff.
Even that one. You can buy that one.
You can't buy this one. This is mine. Oh yeah, that's right.
This from here.
Yeah.
Not the dice, just the.
Yeah, no. The dice came out of the nice little Acerax.
from here.
No, not the.
Oh yeah, no.
These are my Kraken dice.
Ah, that's right. Kraken dice.
Yeah.
It's one of those really good dice companies out there that we really love here.
To use, yeah.
Yeah, it's, not that we were giving any sort of unpaid advertisement, but if they were to want to send us something, we would
not
gladly use
I
them.
wouldn't be upset about it.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I love shiny things, and math rocks are fantastic every time.
Fantastic.
Oreo sponsor
And it makes
wouldn't
them
be
the
bad.
best balance.
Oreo would terribly. No, thank you. I mean, I love them, but it'd just be us just sitting here crunching on cookies the whole time.
There's no RP in
Dice.
it. It's just us
No.
rolling dice.
Yeah. Be like, let's take a long rest for real. Yeah.
I would love
And we'd also like to be sponsored by Milk.
during themed
Oh god.
Kraken dice.
Oh my god. Yes.
So Kraken, if you feel the need, if you feel froggy, when in doubt,
Froggy.
throw some
No, the
dice
only
my
person
way.
feeling froggy is Layla right now.
Speaking of it, I brought new green dice.
I see them!
For
For the
it.
new
Yes.
transfer.
Burn! Because we're all playing.
A little more green than usual.
What?
In case you
A
missed
little
last
more green than
episode,
usual.
Yeah, I keep thinking about adding to the costume, but I hadn't.
yeah, that's
gotten there
right.
yet.
Well, you can still be using one of your new racial abilities.
She changed.
Yep. Last
Astro's
episode.
favorite new ability I have.
Oh yeah, you shape change into an elf.
Yes.
Yeah,
She shape changes into
I'm
an elf.
a sea elf right now,
Yeah.
so I look like
We're
me.
all shape changes.
I just can't wait.
It's
We'll murder
slowly
everybody.
gonna
Wait
become
until
more
Astro
where
becomes a
Astro's
shape
my
changer,
Right?
and it's not his fault.
Yes.
This will make me
These are
eternally
things.
happy.
This is not.
Deep in my
This is
soul.
not. This was not where we were heading.
How is this not where we were headed?
How do you know?
What?
I thought that we were
my
headed
plan
the
was to
time.
become a green slug.
Right?
Slog.
Wait, slog. Right?
Frog.
Slog.
Slog. Yeah. I mean,
Did
And-
I?
right? I feel like the plan is
always for every party to have as many shape changers by the end as possible.
Not me.
That's
No.
clearly a lie.
I thought it was for us to have as many animal companions as possible.
You know, I'm on board with that one too.
Yep.
And then, you know what? You know what? I can turn into all of them.
I can too. Mine didn't
Yeah.
specifically humanoids. I'm pretty sure I can change into all.
If
I have a
everybody
problem.
is a shape changer,
Leave me alone.
if everyone is a shape changer,
Yeah.
No.
then
Then
that
it's
means,
not a problem for anyone.
you know, then
Then that's just what we do.
yeah, then the whole world needs to burn, and Astro just needs to go home.
No,
What's the
but-
point in
but-
saving it?
But how do you
But
keep
Astro
arguing
can't go
it's
home
evil
if he's
if
a
you
shape
be
changer.
kind?
Just gotta find a way to get home. Gotta find a way to get
But
home
if you become
before
a
that
shapeshifter,
happens.
then you're evil too. Then.
New goal.
Dun dun dun.
So on that note,
Uh huh. Go ahead. Go ahead.
now this was a few sessions back. You're gonna have to probably go back and watch.
No, I remember.
Yep, you remember. You guys were fighting, and I asked you to make a Constitution saving throw that you failed, and I never told you what happened.
Right.
Something happened.
Right.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
So be prepared for that when it shows its ugly head.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. It sounds like it's a disease, and I'm immune to it.
It's not.
It sounds like it is.
It's not.
It sounds like it is.
I know it sounds like it, but if it was, then this wouldn't be an issue. But it's not. Nope. No. See, the chaos phage that you infected Layla with that turned her into a slot. That's a disease.
Aha. Aha. Did it get astral too? Tell me.
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what.
So
I don't know what save I failed.
there will come a point, you guys who are watching this at home, or wherever you're watching this from, where I'm going to tell Astral, in no uncertain terms, that the thing that he is not aware of is happening,
The thing is happening.
and he's going to have a conniption fit right there at that table.
You know, he looks like he's having a conniption just thinking about it right now, honestly.
Anybody want to swap tables?
Because no one knows that there's anything wrong.
What the hell?
No one has any suspicion at all. So there would
What's
be no
okay in
reason
between?
whatsoever to look deeper
Should
into
definitely
it.
sit side next to Astral. That won't end badly at all. Let's do that.
I just, sometimes as a
Are we
DM,
optimizing
that
chaos
one
today?
thing happens and you're just like, this is so good and I can't wait for the payoff.
How many of us failed it?
That's so mean.
Oh, see, that's just it. You wouldn't know that you failed it.
Right? Nice.
Like I said, there's no reason whatsoever for anyone to be suspicious at all. There is no reason to look for anything.
Sure.
Just remember, Darrow will always be fine.
Yep.
Well, yeah, the real Darrow.
Darrow,
Yikes.
do you have
Green
one
I
of those?
brought has the cursed D8.
Oh no. Gotta tell them. They made their D8s wrong.
I know. Okay, it's okay. We can tell him later.
So when last we left off, the coasters had finished killing off Veruza and had decided to bury the evil underneath the Sunward Fortress.
We did.
They traveled back with Yerkel to the Blue Phoenix Shrine, where they were met by Darrett and the army from Calaman, who had finally caught up with them, thanks to the expert guidance of the elf Dalamar. Dalamar has approached the party and explained that he has been given leave to explore north, since he has an army with him to do so and is at no risk. So he will be helping out. You took the evening to kind of explore a little bit of interpersonal things, like, for example, Layla getting turned into a slod.
I'm okay with
Yep.
it.
I attuned to the crystal.
You attuned to the crystal and implanted it.
Yep.
So you are Now fully and totally in control of yourself, unless a greater restoration gets cast on you, which will destroy the control gem and leave you susceptible once more. So don't get any sort of effect on you that would require a greater restoration to heal.
That's the hope.
That is the hope. That is the hope. And as a DM, I definitely wouldn't have
Oh.
many opportunities for that to happen to
Don't
you.
go around touching strange stuff. You know,
Don't just walk up, and pet strange animals or.
Oh man, that's the most
Generally
fun part.
not her MO, but you know.
Yep.
That's true. That's not you.
Okay. And the other bit here is that you were able to take some time to talk to Dalamar, and you've explained that there was no sign of any information leading to the City of Lost Names here at the Blue Phoenix Shrine. There was no sign of it at the Sunward Fortress. And he says, well, that only leaves one other place that I have a suspicion of, and that would be Wakenreth, which in Sylvanesti translates as the House of Silence. And
I'm very welcome there.
Dalamar will tell you a little bit that he knows. Unfortunately, it is a product, or I guess it's a consequence of the cataclysm. It was once a symbol of peace between the Sylvanesti and Istar. It served as a crypt for the elves who lived in the area. Unfortunately, it didn't get much use before the cataclysm destroyed everything in the area and caused what you are now going through. He can tell you that at this point in time, there used to be a caretaker of this tower. He was in charge of making sure that the graves were well taken care of, that people observed all the rituals and rites of the tower. And when the cataclysm's destruction began to roll across the land, that he had attempted to activate some forbidden magic that would pull the whole entire tower out of this realm and into the Feywild. However, the magic went awry because of the cataclysm, and only part of it was transported, and the rest remained here.
Which part?
You'll find out when you get there.
Okie dokie.
So he says that has to be our next step. That's the only place left that I'm aware of that we could go to that has any connection to Istar before the cataclysm. So therefore it would have information, hopefully, on the City of Lost Names.
Okay.
Well, you mentioned something about a caretaker.
Yes, there was a caretaker, but this was
A long time ago.
yeah, many ages ago. He'd be long dead by now.
What about Guardians or?
I have no idea. Haven't been able to check it out yet. Would like to though. So I'll be going with you.
What was the
All right.
keeper called?
I don't recall.
Okay.
So at this point, you all get to spend the evening however you like, doing whatever activities you'd like to.
I'm going foraging.
You're going foraging.
I'm going to locate a forge to forge, create,
So you're
design.
foraging for a forge.
I'm developing more for Riors. To praise be him.
Excellent,
Craft
excellent.
and create.
Well, the army that came from Caliban does carry, the basic kind of forge in order to keep everybody's armors and weapons and horses taken care of. So you do find one fairly quickly.
I'm going there and I'm going to engrave Riors' name onto the forge. Praise Riors!
Well, it's not your forge, so they're not going to allow you to do that.
But I'm improving it! Praise be Riors!
Upgrade.
Praise Riors! Have you
Yeah, no,
decided
not
to join in welcoming in
Have you heard
Riors
the good
into your
news?
life?
Are you prophesying?
Riors is there for you. He protects
Are you
you.
prophesying?
He
Are
improves!
you taking a level in cleric?
He really is, apparently.
I'm just so glad he's praising the
Rios!
gods, because the gods are back. I'm trying to remind people the gods are back.
I don't care about them, I care about Riors!
I haven't been
Um,
arguing with you about it the whole
So
time. I've been
as
agreeing.
you do whatever activities that Reverence would be doing,
Like cleaning Roderick and hanging out with Derek.
sure.
You sure it's not?
Yeah,
Brushing
cleaning
his
Garrett and
mane.
hanging out with Roderick. You will encounter. There are many of these soldiers now that are.
Praising the lords.
Yep, they're all bearing paladine holy symbols.
Let's have a tent revival.
I don't know.
Y'all on your own. Y'all on your own.
Need some rattlesnakes or something?
Spend time with the babies.
Oh, yeah, the babies. I just need a minute with Derek.
So you go see Fertella and
That's all he
Cubby.
needs, huh?
Yeah, you're fine.
Gillessen is not there.
Oh, I don't care what he needs.
Fertella tells you right away that the Kvessen only comes in the evenings for meal times, that he's been learning soldiery by helping out the different, not knights of Solamnia, but knights that are in the area, traveling with them and working at one of the forges.
Good for him.
Nice.
Forger.
What about you?
Now, what about my apprentice?
Cubby is right there with Fertella. She doesn't leave Fertella's side, and Fertella tells you the same thing. It's like she never leaves me alone, ever. Please.
Yeah.
It's dangerous out here, Tana. It's good to have. I tell you what, Akabi, if Rotella learned how to protect herself, would you leave her alone a little?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Good. Rotella, learn how to protect yourself.
Learn how to protect yourself anyway.
We're like, yes, that's a good thing. You
So
should be with your brother.
on that note, Fertella does want to talk to you privately,
Aw.
Okay.
and
Cubby,
Time to pay up.
I'm here. Go. Go.
Go find Daryl.
Go see if you can sneak up on Uncle Darrow.
oh, the most deliciously evil
Yeah.
grin crosses her goblin-y face, and she vanishes into shadow.
Good girl.
She's a smarty pants.
Fertella takes you aside, and she's like, I'm really embarrassed by this, and I don't know what to do about it. And I could really use Papa's advice right now.
What is it?
Because you can't tell anybody.
Okay.
And
Does your
so,
brother know?
no,
Cubby doesn't know?
I don't know.
Okay.
So, she starts just singing like a little song. It's kind of a nonsense song, but it has a pretty catchy little rhythm to it. And then suddenly in her hands, she's holding like a little ball of light.
Ooh.
And then she makes it immediately go away.
And she shape changes.
She says, I don't know what that is. And I'm not really sure what to do about it. Am I sick?
Do it again. I get a smile on my face. I show, oh, do it again.
Okay, so she sings her little song again. And
I
little dancing
will
light.
attempt to sing along with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, you have a connection to Celestia. Would not think anybody had it here. Your brother, Roxon. That's who that is. Did you ever sing this song with Roxon?
I don't remember where I heard the song. It just sort of came to me. And well, it was one day we were traveling and I was singing because the soldiers were singing their marching song and I don't know the words to it. So I was singing my own song. And then suddenly there was this. So I immediately stopped singing and it went away. But I'm worried that they'll come and take me away now.
Lord, who's going to come and take you away?
And she gets real nervous and she doesn't look at you.
Adela, no one's coming to take you away.
And she just
I would murder them.
she
I was gonna say we will
reaches
all-
out and hands you a
Let
piece
me
of
know.
paper and then immediately tries to run off.
She immediately tries to run off.
Yeah, as soon as she hands you the paper.
She's I don't know. I'm used to dealing with kids doing this type of stuff.
Hell was a teenage girl.
And
Whew.
I cast hold person.
Castle purse. Oh.
That's not traumatizing at all.
She drops paper and runs like, ah.
I call child services.
We need a knight in here.
And
Yeah, there's no way she's gonna make her save, so she's definitely held.
and then read the note.
It says that says her name says Fertala. You are cordially instructed to come to the Towers of High Sorcery at your next birthday.
Should an owl deliver that? Oh wait.
That's the other friend.
And then I grab her, I go in front and hold it, and then release it.
What happened? What did you do to me?
You don't have to run from me, Fratello. This means nothing.
You can't run from me.
I crumple it up. There's no one coming to take you if you don't want to go. Now, this tower, I don't know anything about it. Reverence may know. I would suggest, if you are scared and don't want to go, then you don't have to. But, do some research, read up on it, learn a little more, and then make your decision. Make an informed decision, not one based on fear. And in regards to your brother coming to visit when you are singing, it is a beautiful gift. Do not stop sharing it. I was gifted much like you. And I do the dancing legs too. See? This is my older brother and my older sister. It is nothing to be ashamed of. And don't ever run from me when you are sharing information. What is wrong with you?
Darrow, make a perception check.
Oh.
All right.
Yes.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. Durin, Layla, and Sai.
Sorry.
Well, we know what Durin's doing. Sai and Layla, what are you doing?
I'm probably just sitting there staring at the fire, slightly having existential crisis.
Fighting off the,
Mm-hmm.
you want to eat flies?
Yeah. Just,
In what form?
I would not be changing out of the CL form around anybody.
Aww.
Of course we
I
see
will.
it.
I
All
will
forms
be
are
looking
beautiful.
Like
Nope.
normal Layla. Not just so that everybody
Don't mind
else
that woman.
isn't terrified, but also to stay hidden as to what kind of happened, so that it doesn't get back to anybody, just in case there's somebody spying in the midst.
I know Sai would, I mean, obviously check in on Earl because he would be with them. He hasn't been with her in a minute. Other than that, I don't know that she has anything specific she'd be doing. Like, probably just kicking around, trying out random spells and stuff like that. Just playing, seeing what stuff she can do. Because her abilities have been changing a little bit, so she probably just is playing around, seeing what she can do. She might go sit next to Layla, but if she seems like she's having existential crisis, she'll probably just sit there quietly and just breathe with her. She really wants to ask questions about the ship thing, but
You can ask
she
her
doesn't.
questions. It's new. She doesn't understand it entirely either.
Seems like Layla's not really in the best place for questions right now.
Just trying to figure out what her new skin feels like.
It's pretty great.
I mean,
I don't
maybe
know
in
what I'm
private.
doing
Alright.
You have so many options
I'm so
now.
lost.
Yeah, but I can also be controlled, so there's an extra layer of fear that kind of comes with it. So, probably still stinging a little too from shoving something in my forehead.
Yeah, that's fair. Darrow, make me a perception check.
Alright.
Again? What is happening?
Well, this time I must be concentrating on something else. I got spells.
During you and you're praising Rioris and you're trying to convert this forge when a smut-covered individual about your size comes walking up, wiping his greasy hands on his blacksmith's apron, and he says, "Uncle Durin, come visit my boy."
First off, I'm in a much better place. So thank you.
You got your beard back.
I did. Thank you for the ornament. I carry it with me everywhere I go now. I must say, my boy, you have a remarkable set of skills that I wish to enhance, if you will. Your craftsmanship it's rough around the edges, but you've got potential. So much potential that a great god has asked me to ask you if you would like to be an apprentice of yours to help enhance your skills.
I thought I was supposed to follow Paladine like Mama, or Celestia like Papa.
You don't have to, sir. You are destined for
Minute I'm done with
something.
Garrett.
So, you are destined for such great things. In fact, how would you like to come to the Dwarven Kingdom with me?
Oh my.
I've never been.
Does he
I mean,
have
I'm-
fans?
I'd love to. You would take me?
I would love to. I believe you will be treated like me, a prince, with the utmost care, the utmost.
Uncle Durin, you're a prince?
Yes.
I'd like to roll perception for a tremor in the force.
A tremor in the force.
Try to kidnap my child.
Maybe you've
How
had a
would
discussion with
you
you about
like
this before.
to come to the Silver Peak Mountains to get tutelage under the dwarves to help further evolve your skills? Because you have a great amount of skill.
Will they teach me how to fight so that I can protect my family?
We will definitely teach you how to fight the dwarven way, which is hardy. but with your craftsman skills, you will be able to create armor or weaponry, such fine, meticulous materials. You'll have a forge of your own even if you wanted to.
That would be nice. I could make toys.
We could make you a mountain of toys of however you want it to be.
So wholesome.
So, I would like you to meet Rios. Would you like to meet Rios?
You want me to meet a god?
Yeah.
I'm dirty, Uncle Dirty.
No, the fact that you are dirty, he would love that because you are crafting. You have the soot, you have the iron, you got the dwarf in you, my boy.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm elven, but I mean,
Rios would welcome you with open arms. Would you like to come with me? To
Yes.
see Rios? Okay.
yes.
So, okay, you gotta sit down. We gotta get into a prayer position, and the fact that we're in a forge, the fact that we are in a forge, automatically we are connected to Rios. Okay, so I'm going to make a circle, and I'm gonna type in runes of Rios around the circle. I'm gonna put in there. I'm gonna imprint it, and I'm gonna etch it in, and we're gonna sit there and we're gonna pray to Rios so he can be able to meet young. It's gonna be great, my boy. And then I start doing my little dance to get my armor, to help connect myself to Rios, to do it. In order to do it, I gotta do the chant. Rios! Rios! Rios!
Fabulous. Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. Yeah. So you grab a lot of attention when you suddenly transform, as the army around you has not seen this yet.
This is from the power of the Forge Master Rios. He welcomes all into his folly. Let the Forge be with you. For the
We
Forge
are
is strong.
dangerously close here, aren't we? Okay. Darrow, give me a perception check.
Try me.
I think 14.
Okay.
I'm really talking to somebody else, trying to gather some news about Sylvanesti and what's going on, and fill me in. And
All right. So Darrow, you've been talking to some people, some of the soldiers here, and some of the elves, and one of the things that you find out is that Sylvanesti has fallen. That they were overrun by Takhisis' forces, and the head archmage attempted to harness the power of a orb of dragonkind, one of those extraordinarily powerful artifacts that were in the keeping of the Sylvanesti people. And something went terribly, terribly wrong, and the whole realm of Sylvesti has become twisted and cursed by the magic that was unleashed there. That most of these Sylvanesti elves are seeking the Qualinesti elves for refuge.
I'll be trying to find out information about my family.
Okay, give me a investigation check, and let's just see what you get there.
I'm rolling really well tonight. I have a +9,
Yeah.
and I rolled an 11 total.
Wow.
I rolled a 2,
That's impressive.
My goodness.
so the ADHD is kicking in.
Yeah, I mean, your
like
family name is
anxiety.
familiar to people, but they have not heard anything recently about them. So, okay, so that's you all. Reverence is all taken care of with Derek and Roderick. You are with Fertala, you are with Kavesin. Sai and Layla are hanging out at the moment.
How far away is the shrine from the?
You're at it. I mean you could walk over to the doors to the shrine if you wanted to.
I'll probably do that at some point. Walk over and just kind of like sit in front and lean against the building. So.
Okay.
A little bit of comfort where she can.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
Maybe see if she could just shape change a hand when no one's looking. Whoa. Just the hand. See
Yeah.
how
See what
much
happens.
control she has
Sure.
over it.
You so you'll find that you have decent control over the ability to shape change, but it seems as if you only have the two forms. Like you're whatever new abilities you've gained, it's like you have two images of yourself, and they just keep trying to replace each other, and that's about it. That's all you've gained so far with your recent transformation. And there is like a sense of comfort, but not acceptance yet, as you lean against the shrine. There's something about what you are now that has left some doubt in your goddess.
Yikes. That's not
Darrow, perception check.
good. Lord,
Alrighty then.
what is going on?
Well,
He's getting stabbed.
we just keep rolling bad. I rolled a 14.
Okay. All right. At this point, I'm going to call it an evening for everyone. You will all finish up whatever things. Yeah. Thanks for coming. See you in 2025. You've all finished all the things that you can possibly do in this evening, and most of the army is beginning their shifts of long rests, including the elves here at the shrine. While they don't need sleep, they all do assume a meditative sort of posture. Yes.
Out of curiosity, would you have allowed that time that I spent with Fertella to like perfect the dancing lights cantrip?
Yes. I think that if you spend the rest of this evening with her, that you will, she will have mastery over the dancing lights cantrip.
Cool.
And I think what I would do is, in relation to her song, we come up with a dance for the lights.
Okay.
They're just between me and her.
I think that's wonderful. I think that's exactly what you should do with
It's a
stuff
rave
like
caster.
that. Okay, do you guys have any other things that you need to accomplish? Anybody
No.
within the party that you need to speak to?
Well, I talked to everybody, make sure everybody was like okay, one-on-one, especially like Layla with her sudden shift. And I would bed down with the kids for the night and talk to them.
Interesting. So you go to find the kids,
Yeah.
and you find Astral and Fertala, but no sign of Cubby or Kavesin.
Well, that's an immediate need. So, can I just ask around?
Sure.
Where's Cubby?
Yeah.
Where's Kavesin? Who's got eyes on them? Who's watching them?
So Fertala will tell you that Papa Astral had told Cubby to go sneak up on Uncle Darrow, and Kavesin's been working at the forge.
Perception.
You just now
You're-
figured that?
Yes, yes.
He really, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
She's been doing a really, really good
Yeah,
job
right.
so far.
It's super confusing.
she is loaded down with Darrow's possessions right now. And she's getting bolder with it because the last one she took his bow, and he hasn't noticed yet.
Next is his belt.
Walk around my pants right
And yeah, Kvesin has been working at one of the forges, but that's all Fertella can tell you.
Well, it's bedtime, so it's time to find them. Astral.
As I am having a dance with my daughter.
Yeah, well, no, it stopped. He said
Yeah,
we're
you guys
calling
are
it a
bedded
night.
down
Oh,
now.
okay.
This is the end of the day.
Oh.
Yeah, she
okay.
comes to bed down and with the kids and finds only one of them,
Yeah.
and you've already like, go to bed now.
And what is
Kvesin and Cubby.
Cubby is with Daryl. Kvesin, it was at
Does
the
Darrow
forge.
know Cubby's with Darrow?
I told her to sneak up on him.
So nobody's watching Cubby. She's good.
Technically, he should be watching Cubby.
Well, he doesn't know.
If he doesn't, if he should be paying attention.
Okay. And Kvesin?
Kvesin's with the soldiers at the forge.
He's forging. He's forging.
I doubt he's forging right now, but he's been training with them.
You
If they're still working, let the boy be a boy.
The boy do the thing.
Let the boy be a boy.
Yeah, felt like that's exactly it.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Reverence with Nardia. Okay. Let the boy be a boy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And
I'll send him to bed when it's time to bed.
I'm just gonna.
Where have you been? Mom?
And where have you?
Well, I took some time to groom Roderick. Now I'm gonna go find Cubby. And I immediately try to.
Deception check.
I
Insight
didn't say
check.
that's all I did.
Insight check.
I didn't say that's all I did. I said I spent some time.
Okay.
Insight check.
Got that Garrett smell on her.
That is a dirty 20.
Wow.
You better believe it.
So you said, bullshit.
I did, but I also saw Derek. Now I'm gonna go find Cubby now.
Mhm. You say you were, good luck.
Darrow,
My perception's pretty good.
believe you are eventually going to go into a meditative sort of posture.
I want to try to source some arrows first, and then do that. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
okay. Yeah, well, you'll be able to find one of the Fletchers that you can restock from.
All right. Awesome. And then once I'm done with that, yeah,
Excellent.
settle
excellent.
for the evening.
And give me a last perception check.
All right.
We're going to give it to you with advantage this time.
Aw.
Because you're missing so much.
We're starting to be concerned about the welfare of the child. No one's watching. That's what's happening.
24 was the highest.
There we go. So while you're at the Fletcher, you're like, I need to restock some arrows and stuff, and it's at that point you're like, where's my bow? And then you're like, where's my dagger? Where's my backpack?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow.
And then you just hear just the most chaotic
Yep.
fit of giggles.
Mm-hmm.
And then out comes Cubby. She's wearing your backpack, your bow. She's got your dagger strapped in front of her.
Mhm.
And I mean, the bow's so big that it drags the ground, and she's just coming out. And
So proud of her.
she's like, I got you.
You did very well.
You
You
too, I got you.
I got you. Is she gonna say that when she stabs people? Because that'd be terrible.
Maybe.
If
I think
if
it
she
would
gets
be
a killing blow,
adorable.
let her come out there.
I got you.
If she wasn't before, we need to slowly teach her.
Yep.
That's
I
her- that's
feel
her
like
slogan.
Cubby's gotta join a game at some point and be a character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe season 2. So yeah,
So I'm beaming with pride.
yeah.
Giving her all kinds of props, telling her way to go, and well, I'm getting my stuff back.
Mine.
Now, Cubby, come on, now, give it back.
You gotta steal it back.
You did very well.
Destiny
Still
on
like
Cubby.
back. You did.
I stole it back.
She just holds her hand up. 5 gold.
So
Right.
I give her 5,
Oh.
and then I give her 5 more, and I say, "You're getting better."
Aww.
She pockets that and hands everything over.
That's sweet. Oh my goodness.
And that's why he's Uncle Daryl.
Okay. So I think at this point, Reverence, you find you come up on Darrow and Cubby as Darrow's handing Cubby something.
So did you sneak up on Uncle Dare?
4 times.
She did.
Wow. Good job. Look at you.
The bow's too big, it got in the way.
Can you use a bow?
We're working on it.
Do you need a little bow?
Cubby needs a little bow.
Cubby needs a bow. Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll look into that for Cubby.
I know a guy.
I think right now it's bedtime though.
No bad.
No bad.
Well, Fairtala's already bedding down. Don't you want to come back and stay with Papa and me and Fairtala?
Cubby not go to bed, or Cabessa not go to bed.
Oh, there
Kavessin is older than you.
it is.
Cubby older than Cabessa.
I don't think that's accurate.
That is accurate.
Shh. Cubby doesn't know how old they are. I don't think Cubby understands numbers.
Cubby's been protecting them the entire time.
So I was gonna say, Cubby's like,
Kavessin's working his trade.
Cubby also working Cubby's trade.
Yes, you are.
You're all done though, okay? You did a good job. It's time to go to sleep now. We got a big day tomorrow.
Fine.
Thank you.
Hate you.
Yep. That's okay. We're doing the right thing. Whether you hate me or not.
There are moms in this group who are immediately like, been there.
I did not feel good.
Hell is a
I
teenage
get
girl.
those stares daily. Did you do your homework?
Not currently.
Okay. So Cubby wanders off.
No. We gotta bed together. Yeah. She's
Okay.
no wandering. We are going back to sleep together.
That's such a weird sentence to say.
yeah, it
We're
really is.
just ignoring it.
No, that's come on. It's a child.
So Kavessin and
Really weird
Durin.
It has been. It's weird.
Tell me what happens.
As we are praying and as I'm getting Kavessin ornated into the realm of Riors, I put the mark, rune, everything around, and everything starts to slow down in the forge. As people are hammering, it starts to come to a still point. While in the circle, just me and Kavessin are just standing there. I would imagine Kavessin's getting scared, so
Oh,
he's
for sure.
like latching onto me, and I'm like, it's okay, my boy. You're about to see the great Riors. I try to calm him down, and as everything, the forge is coming to a stale, and it just makes a little ding. Everything is frozen. It starts to get hot, like a forge that was not there is just there.
Secret
And
forge.
as it's being there, we start to see Riors just hammering, and as I look to him, I'm like, okay, you have to bow, Kavessin. Riors, I brought you what you wanted.
Oh no. No.
And
Brought a great disciple that will be able to forge and create in the realm of Riors. I only bring him because he has potential, and
because I
he's-
told you to.
and That too. And because he's very dear to me. Riors, his name is Kavesin.
I know
Kavesin, you
his
do
name.
not have to be afraid. Riors is only here to enhance your gifts because you are such a talented boy.
And he says, "Come here, boy." Kavesin walks over. He's looking at you, but he's trying to. You see, he's starting to like walk like with the Durin kind of swagger.
That's my boy.
And he approaches and he bows the way you just showed him. It's not perfect, but it's close. He's a quick study. And he says, "Are you afraid of me, boy?" No. "You got all your teeth?" He smiles and shows him. And he says, "What about your arms? You good strong arms?" And he gives him a little flex, and there's some definition there. He says, "Good. You're going to do great things, Kavesin. Wondrous things. In this land that you're currently in, there's an old disciple of mine. He built the original Dragonlances. You're going to find him, and you're going to take that nub of a Dragonlance that was left in Calaman, and you're going to reforge it. And when you do, you will enter my service, and I will bless you mightily. You will surpass evil, even Durin."
Oh, the Lobard.
"Can you do this?" "Yes, my lord." "Good. There will be people who will try to stop you. You cannot let them."
I will not let them.
He's talking to the boy.
I know. I will be there and I will protect him. I will make sure that he fulfills his
Durin,
duty.
Kavesin is the untried blade. He is
What does that mean?
forged, but he's not tested. Your job is to make sure he doesn't break.
Will do. I will treat him as one of my own.
And he says, "Kavesin, when you find my disciple, you will know him. Ask him for his tools, and he will give them to you." And then suddenly there's a clang of metal on metal as everything resumes normal speed, and you are back in the camp.
How was it, Kavesin? Wasn't it majestic? He's a bit of an asshole, but it's okay.
Wow.
He kind of likes to bad mouth.
I have a lot to think about.
This is your choice of yours to make alone. I will not impede, nor will I try to persuade or dissuade.
I should talk to Papa.
Yeah, you should definitely talk to Papa. This will be interesting. Do you mind if I... Oh. Would you want me there?
I think it's best.
Okay, because if not, he'll come find me.
Yep.
All right. At some point after you all have bedded down Kavesin, you feel his presence kind of join you quietly and snuggle in, and before very long, he begins to sleep. Then morning comes. And the sounds of an army waking up wakes the rest of you who are still asleep, and Elmar approaches. He says, "I'm all set. You guys ready?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Make sure the babies eat.
Yep. Yeah. Fertella and Kavesin are not there when you two wake up. Cubby, sprawled out like she is there. And no sign of the twins.
Well, we can't go anywhere until we make sure they're okay. So
Check some of the watch, see if they saw the girl or saw the twins.
They're around here somewhere. Have you checked with the forge yet?
I'll check there now. Just wanted to see if anybody wandered off.
I'll go with you.
Why's that?
Go to the forge.
I'll
see if
wander
Professor
around the
is there.
camp looking for him.
Mhm.
So I'll go look
I'll
back.
also source a short bow.
Yeah, just give me a sleight of hand.
I'll go check with the animals, like.
23.
Yeah, you just walking along and suddenly you've got an extra bow.
Yeah.
Somebody's missing one. That's, terrible though on their part. They should,
Sneaking
they
down
should,
while she's laying down.
yeah, they should watch their stuff better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and lay next to Cousin while she's sleeping.
Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, you go into the forge and you do not find Kavesin or Fertala there. In fact, Forge says, well, last time I seen them, they were with Durin last night. He did some sort of thing, and he points to the circle and the ground there with the dwarven runes carved into the dirt.
We can tell what that is.
Did I do that?
I think you will recognize Durin's work. I don't know if you would know exactly what it is without maybe a religion check.
Is it like a crater or something?
Natural
Oh!
I'm very upset, so I have no idea what it is.
Uh,
I can't believe I rolled a natural one.
I'm glad you were that.
So so Doran, what is this?
What? It's a forge.
This on the ground that you were doing with Kavesin.
I showed Kavesin
If he
some
says what I think he's
tricks
gonna
of
say.
the trade.
Insight.
He's not lying.
Hmm?
He's not lying.
Fair.
What does that mean?
22.
He's being very Durin about what happened, but he's not lying.
Valid.
Very Durin.
Well, where?
Listen, whatever it is that has happened, I know that you have a new found. I know that Kavesin gave you a tool to get connected to a god, and I'm proud of it. If this is a thing and the gods have reached out to Kavesin, I'm not opposed to it.
But
At the same time, I just need to know.
Didn't y'all see Kavesin last night?
Yeah, he came to sleep, but he's missing now. So I'm just asking if there was some connection made with a god, or if there was something that happened that I should know about.
I will say this. Kavesin did meet a god, and Kavesin would want to talk to you about a proposal
But
that happened last night.
he is not talking to me. They're gone. They're missing. So he wouldn't have left on his own. Where would they have gone?
Is there like a specific place where everybody would maybe be going and getting breakfast?
Several different areas. It's a fairly large army, so yeah.
Be
They
checking the breakfast places, seeing if the kids just want to get food.
Mama's bread house.
I would go and check where the animals are, because it's always where I check first.
Right.
Wherever animals are, to see, did they bed down with the animals or something.
Two of you. First off, Layla, you ask about them, and one of the cooks tell you that the kids had arrived early before they'd even finished making food, and had said they were going on a picnic and had grabbed some extra foods. And I mean, they don't eat a whole lot. And they were very helpful around camp, so they provided them with a few extras. Kids, they don't. The cooks are like, we've all kind of adopted them. It's just part of it. Sai, when you go to the animals, you find that when you approach, one of the stable hands meets you like halfway, and is like, "I'm so sorry. I don't know how it happened. We've never had this happen before."
Out with it.
Your Earl.
You misplaced him.
He was there last night, stabled up like all the rest of them. And this morning we get there and his ropes were all undone.
What is
Okay.
happening?
So it sounds like someone took him. Yes. Are you telling me that it doesn't sound like
Or
escaped,
he's
or what?
just, he's such a smart creature that maybe he figured out how to undo the knots and got loose. I mean, there's obviously tracks, you know, but
You're doing a shoddy job. That's what I'm hearing, kid. What is this person's name?
You want to talk to his manager?
We're gonna have a chat.
Yeah, this person's name is Jameson.
Keep an eye on you. Trust this. I'm going to go ahead and start following the tracks. How far is Layla? How far is anyone else from me? Like, is anyone within eyesight or
Layla
calling range?
Earl.
Why would Layla eat Earl?
Because he tempted, that's why.
That doesn't make sense.
What do frog people eat?
I would have asked if
Copy
they
of
saw
Earl.
which direction the children went in.
We actually didn't pay much attention after we gave them food. We got a lot of people to feed today, so we just kind of got them on their way. I didn't see which way they went.
Not even slightly.
Couldn't tell you. Sorry, miss. I just, you know, not really something we were paying attention to.
So is any of our party close enough that I can see them or within calling distance? Or
Let's
no?
do a d20, and this is just
Okay.
going to be a luck roll.
Okay.
So 10 or higher, and yes, there's somebody within sight. Anything less than that, then no.
18.
Okay. Then in that case, yeah, you can see Layla. She's talking to one of the cooks.
Layla,
How to cook
Yeah.
a copy.
Earl's missing.
Kids got food for a picnic.
Yeah, we should probably go. I think we should follow these tracks and see if they went that. Yep. Sounds like they took the. Yeah, that's fair.
They've taken the Okapi with a
They've
picnic.
stolen
You know what?
the Okapi.
First of all, they didn't steal him. Because the children would know they would have open license to have Earl be their steed at any time, to be fair. As long as they're not running away from home, and then we're going to have a chat.
Well,
Other than that,
That
it
has
sounds
yet
like they're
to
just going for a picnic. That's different.
that's what they
I'm
told them.
concerned. I'm concerned. But either way,
Should we grab the others? I think they went to the forge.
you certainly can. I think that we need to figure, like,
Mm.
I'm going to start following these
Yep.
tracks immediately
Messenger.
because, yeah.
To Reverence to let her know what I found, that they got food for a picnic and that Earl is missing and we have our suspicions and that we're following tracks.
Also, before we walk off, Jameson, don't mess this one up. Get Roderick ready. She's gonna be here for him in a minute.
I would grab Astral, Cubby, and find Darrow's, because I will struggle to follow tracks, but
Yeah.
I want to go too.
Yeah.
So I figure
Well, Dalamar is like meeting with like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? Like,
Something
hey,
else,
we got a place to be.
our
We
I'm
do
like,
have somewhere
welcome
to
to
be.
my world.
our
We do have
kids
somewhere
are.
to be, but at the very least, we have to make sure that the kids are all here, and apparently they're missing. So be patient, please. Or not.
Oh yeah, the fate of the world hangs in the balance,
Go on
Yes.
according to
your
you
own.
guys.
Go on
But
your
let's
own.
go.
Go by yourself.
The children are.
No,
I'm
I
not even
need
there.
you
Right.
I'm not there.
So you will
I'm
wait
not
until
there.
we find our kids.
It'll be so fast. We just have to. It'll be so fast.
Rude.
And then we'll put a guard on them.
So
Can we
rude.
know what?
assign a guard?
You know what? I'm
Where's
not
Derek?
there. I'm not there. I can't
Yeah,
do
we're
that.
not.
Time for Derek to
Oh,
start
no.
father training.
That's me stepfather training.
Well, okay, yes.
Well, he's, you know, because he stepped up.
Tracks.
Ha
In the
Where are
future,
they?
they'll be babies.
I'm already
Would've told you
following them. I
relative
to
am
where we were.
All
gone.
right, give me survival, but you're making with disadvantage.
Okay.
There are a lot of people moving in a lot of tracks that have crossed over Earl's tracks.
Can I help?
She's already, well, I guess, yes, you can help. So it's just going to be a straight roll then. You give her the help action.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's
I'm
fine.
just gonna try this first, and if it doesn't work, I have another option. That's all.
It's fine.
That's gonna be 16.
I'm sorry, you need higher than that.
However,
Mm-hmm.
come wild shape.
Mhm,
And I know Earl's smell. It's very distinctive, but copies leave a distinctive trail.
mhm.
And I can track them as a dog.
DOG?
Actually, I don't know that I would know specifically about hounds, but as a panther, I would actually get like advantage.
You get
for
advantage, so that's going to
any
still, it's
survival
just a
checks.
straight roll.
Right, but still.
Yeah.
Who's making a call? It's a dragonfly.
Just one second, let's finish this.
Sure thing.
I'm trying to think of anything else that might help. So.
It's on a union break.
I do not like flabbies. Don't.
13.
Yeah, sorry.
So I know
Thank you
that's
so
not
much.
much. A 2.
Let me make that
Flap that way, please.
All right, so
Whenever
yeah,
it
with
comes
2
back up.
checks, you aren't able to catch on to their track. It just gets too muddled. That's all it is. There's just so many people in this army and so many other things crossing over it. It just obliterated any sort of, any sort of scent or trail you could follow.
While she was doing the smell, can I try and not assist anymore and do my own?
I'm gonna say no, just because at this point, we've tried a couple of different ways and it hasn't worked. Astral, what do we got?
Do they have any particular like object or anything that they would keep with them at all times, like a pendant, necklace, anything like that?
Nothing that's been given to them yet.
I wouldn't know anything about that then. So no, I don't have anything.
Okay. You go to Darrett and tell him, hey, you need to help, the kids are missing. And he's like, I've got an army to run, but I'll gladly stop everything to go hunt down these children for you.
Yeah.
That is not a problem at all. It is exactly what a knight should do. But you also have a duty. So, let me do this for you. And you do what you have to do for the rest of the world.
Are you with me as I address Darrett about the kids going missing?
Yes, I would be. I don't have anything.
Let's let Garrett try and let's do what we need to do. They're on a picnic, they have Earl. Earl won't go far. I believe Garrett can find them. And quickly.
If it was Cubby that said they were on a picnic, I would not believe it. I don't have a reason to not believe them. But we just saw them. Been gone for days. I'd hate for this to happen that we don't. Who knows how long we're gone this time. I'm not able to see them like I said before. We find them.
Like I said, they can't have gone far.
Then it shouldn't take long.
Well, I can take care of this. Trust me.
It isn't about trusting you. We've trusted you with them the whole time.
And they've been fine.
Right.
Whatever has gone on since you got back yesterday, the kids will be fine. I will find them. I promise you. I swear it as a knight. I swear it as your brother.
It's not that. This is a promise that I made to them.
So
They're leaving. We just got back. They don't know that we're getting ready to leave out again. They at least need to tell them.
tell Cubby. Let me do this. What if we save the kids but lose the world? What kind of world do they inherit?
I get that.
So let me save the kids. You go save the world. Kids don't even need saving. They're kids. They probably saw Earl come back and had this whole idea. I mean, what could they possibly have to talk about that would be so important that they would like stay away forever?
Well, the parents' name, Michaela, is a gifted bard and has a connection to Celestia, which would mean that she is the first person born on Kryn with a connection to Celestia. Very weird. And Kvesin had a one-on-one conversation with a god last night. They have a lot to talk about.
Okay, but they won't be gone forever. I'll go find them.
Oh, damn it.
You go save the world. I'll go find the kids. We'll catch up. And you'll probably see them by the time you get back. We'll meet you, in fact, because we're heading your way anyway.
Fair.
You're just going to travel faster than we can.
This person. We're leaving then.
Okay.
Between you and me, Dalamar, I'm going to kill him.
I didn't really like him myself.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to happen, but he's going to say or do something, and I'm going to kill him. I have this. It's just it's a gut feeling, you know?
If he's a threat, then I know you'll
No,
neutralize him.
No, not a threat. Just straight murder.
All right.
Let's not. Murder is wrong.
I know this.
You're telling a knight.
It's
Come on,
easier
man.
to say out loud than actually do, right? It's
Right,
just-
right. You
it's
say
just-
these
I'm just
things so
saying.
you don't actually do
right,
them.
Right, you understand. I'm not actually going to kill the man
You want me to do it
unless
for
he
you?
is a threat.
Do you want me to do it for you?
No, necromancer.
So
You do not need to take his soul unless, again, he deserves it. Do you know Layla is a necromancer, yes?
She's a pirate.
No.
Warlock.
She has, her pirate is her day job, necromancer, night job.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
can't say it's never uneventful when you come home.
Right? We learn a lot about one another.
So I'm
There's
gonna
so
go find
many
the
things
kids
I'm
because the
learning.
longer we talk about this, the farther they get away
You do
and
that.
more trouble they get into.
Absolutely. Yep. And we're gonna go save the world. Again. Not again. But for the first time, again.
We're gonna continue trying to save the world.
Right.
Dalamar's been sitting on a horse just waiting for you guys.
this all happened much
too.
faster because it's conversation.
Yeah.
Hanging out with Delamar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, have Delamar and I finished the quest yet?
Do we have,
Yes.
Alright, here's what we're doing now.
do we all have horses, or is there just a horse?
So Roderick is, I mean, spick and span ready to go when you come walking up, and there is a very harried looking stable boy, stable hand.
Yeah, with a tight staring at him.
I can make those war horses
As a
if I
panther.
do it.
So
So
There you go.
say, do we want to use those horses?
that's 3 horses. So
So-
Layla
Yeah.
Layla can ride with me,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and then there's 2 other horses.
Okay. So there you go.
I'll take one of those war horses.
And then you 2 are on a horse.
That'd be fine.
Yeah,
Nice.
she's
Since
a
I need
girl
to be-
right now.
When I need to be on a horse, I think I
As
talking
a,
about
currently
it,
you're a
but
panther,
horse
so
as a
like
panther,
you can
yeah.
just stay a
I
panther.
was say for right now, I can say panther. I've been staring at Jameson as a panther, just staring at him.
I would like her to ride the horse as a
Licking
panther.
her chops.
I will
Periodically.
ride
I would
with
be hype
Darrow.
about that. If y'all can get the horse to stand still, I will do it.
Okay.
And as I'm talking, I was like, Darrow, I had an idea.
Oh
I want to hear everything about it.
What if I enchant your bow with runes?
And what will that do?
I believe, if I got the math right,
Every arrow is an
every
arrow.
time you fire an arrow, something magical.
Every arrow is a burning arrow.
I mean,
What could go wrong?
you could lose an arm.
You know what?
No.
It's better than the
I'll be
arrow.
fine.
Is an arrow already?
It's, yeah, it's whoever's on the other end. There's the problem.
Seems great.
All right, so you begin to you leave the army once again. You can see they are starting to break camp, but it's going to be a while before they get on the move. And you follow Dalamar. So let's find out what today brings. Alrighty.
Yeah, we already know what the tides are gonna do, right?
What was that?
We already know what the tides are supposed to do.
No.
Yes.
Yes, some of you have a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, so.
Lucky you guys.
All right, so you know that the canyons will stay dry again.
I will definitely tell the army that before we leave.
That helps them a whole lot. They are going to continue going north here, and you're going to be heading towards, I believe this is called Storm Steps. Yes, okay. So you will be heading towards Storm Step, which is a maze of canyons, and at the center of it is Wakenreth, the Tower of Silence.
Boy.
It's going to take you 3 days to get there.
Oh gosh.
So on the first day, here we go.
Christmas.
Very nice. And what do we come across?
This is what's trying to kill us today.
Hopefully not more scorpions.
The day.
Monday.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, who's in front? I believe it's Darrow. Darrow, your weapon of warning
Yes.
alerts you of danger.
First I look around really quick.
Give me perception.
I am just rolling awesome. 12.
All right, 12. You spot that one of those gates, those malfunctioning archways that is between you and your destination, and you know that there is a some sort of creature that guards those gates.
I'm going to make my way back and warn everybody.
Dalamar says, that's one of those gates. I'd really like a closer look at one of those.
Yeah, well, there's something in front of it, guarding it. So...
What's
maybe-
guarding it?
Maybe we can go around it?
Oh, yes, we could. We absolutely could, but imagine what we could find there. You know, what if we were to discover the secrets of this gate?
So I think back, what did I see possibly guarding it?
You didn't really see anything so much as it was a feeling of danger, and you felt like there is something there.
So, Delmar, can I ask you a question, sir?
While he does that and distracts Delmar, I'm gonna sneak off and see if I can't spot. And I kind of look at everybody like, I'll be back. Hopefully.
Give me that stealth roll, sir.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, you've been rolling so well.
I know, right?
Oh, I pat you on your
This is
back.
not my turn.
I give you
so
guidance.
That was last
Oh.
session.
Because I already have advantage.
So Delmar, if we were to go look closer, would you be participating in the ongoing or possible battle, or would you just be there observing?
I would absolutely be participating.
Doing what?
Look, he can go look.
I'm a fairly proficient magic user.
Oh.
I have studied at the Towers of High Sorcery and passed.
I have
wear-
studied with hitting a hammer and passed.
So we are both capable.
Okay.
We are both capable.
Fascinating.
Well, no,
Some
no
of
matter
us
the
studied
exchange.
at
I got
the school of
23.
hard knocks, like.
Work your way around it.
Excellent. So you get close enough. You see what appears to be just a pile of rocks and earth that have a sort of a humanoid shape to them, but it's currently at rest. And if it wasn't for your dagger warning, like you probably would have walked right up to it because you wouldn't have really recognized it. But it does move every once in a while, and you can see like there's definitely a form that's there.
So I'm going to try to sneak back.
Okie doke.
Or you wanna roll?
I'm no need to roll. Your 23 is going to hold on.
All right, there is a guardian there. It's I think it's made of earth.
Perhaps an elemental, like the ones guarding our ship.
Sure. Yeah.
That wasn't fun.
Do we have a way to pacify this thing?
Yeah. Durin said he has a hammer.
Oh, but you said you have the magic.
Right. I'm a very accomplished magic user, but for such a lowly creation as such as an elemental, that is hardly worth my talent.
Oh no, it's definitely worth. We want to see the
would you
magic.
consider yourself a soldier?
No.
So you're a scholar.
Yes.
He's squishy. Yep.
So you could have some sort of ability
Well,
or
this is
some
going
sort
on.
of spell that would
I'm
allow
gonna
us.
approach Sai and be like, "Hey, why don't you come take a look at this thing?"
Oh, let's do the thing. Yeah.
Alrighty. Sai, give me stealth.
I would like to help with that.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Throw that
It's,
advantage on there.
It's definitely something I need.
Step here. Step here.
I couldn't even do a lot of
Don't
help
step
with that.
there.
Yeah, I need a lot of help.
Layla, you want to hang with me or join them?
Yeah, it's really not gonna matter how much help I had because I still won't have a problem.
And the pirate in me kind of wants to go with.
You what?
Well, it's up
But
to
I'm
you.
also, this conversation is hilarious too, so, and I want to see this guy get put in his place.
All right. So
What's the deal
Darrow
with
and
these
Sai,
boats?
you approach. Darrow, you are moving like a shadow across the ground, making no noise whatsoever. Sai, unfortunately, is using all 4 of her limbs, and 2 of them just will not cooperate.
So I would, if we're not gonna make it there safely, I would stop and be like, "You're not helping. Can I
I have the wind.
Wait, isn't she like a putty cat right now?
Yeah.
And
I
failing?
can be.
Yeah.
I can't. No, I'm not right
Oh,
now
no.
because it's
Oh.
been like
Oh
hours.
yeah, I got you.
And it only lasts for so long now. I'm happy to be a cat again. I just had not said that already.
Maybe something, a little quieter.
A mouse?
Did you see a mouse that goes in a pocket?
I know, right? It'd be the most quiet
The
then.
first thing he throws at him. Ha ha! Mouse!
I want you to hold on to the tip of this hair.
I'll watch that movie.
That's fine.
Okay. Let's see. I do think a panther would have better stealth than I would. Try that. But no, for real, like, do you want me to be something big enough to fight, or do you want me just to go look at the thing with you?
My preference would be to get back to the party rather than us take it on by ourselves.
Right, so mouse.
That's not my preference.
Sure, that's yeah.
Then I can see the thing.
Yeah.
Mouse.
All right, let's do that. All right.
Yep, mouse.
So then I, put her on the old shoulder.
Yep.
Okay.
Put her in your pocket.
Yep.
Okay, so you
Spit in the pocket.
you approach, and he points out the pile of rubble and says, "That's it right there. Give me nature first."
Maybe not with that dice.
Nope. Well, you're looking at it and you're like, that is a pile of rocks. What are you talking about? Not a whatever you said it was.
Why are we halting?
Okay.
I see the gate.
Aaron was having a discussion. Layla was enjoying it. Sai and Daryl are.
I tap your shoulder from you, put me down.
Yeah, I'm watching
Put you down.
this
And
one
I
and
shake
the
her,
guy
I'm
you
like-
don't like go back and forth about whether or not he could fight.
Do you want me to dispel magic on it?
Dorian,
I have no idea. Is it magic?
Dorian,
I don't know.
we know he can't fight,
Doesn't look like an
but he
actual
also
animal.
can't die,
Throw
or
our
else
power.
we're lost.
That's true.
Right?
I
So,
mean,
I mean,
No,
if this is a
no,
monster that
like-
we need to kill,
Let's
we
Let's
will
then
kill it.
no.
Have you tried using regular dice?
so I think
I have!
we should just
You
proceed
have 3 different
further,
D20s already.
and
Okay,
if he
so
wants to look at
you're
it.
looking at it. You're convinced now that like whatever Darrow is seeing,
Yeah, I don't even know what he's talking
you're like,
about.
there's nothing here. There is nothing magical here. There is nothing natural here. Like this is a pile of rocks in front of a broken stone archway.
Yep.
Like what is?
So I
I
look
think maybe Darrow's just being paranoid. Darrow.
I look again,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and I.
You
look,
still see what you see.
I see. I was like, did you say just move?
No.
Nope.
Shakes her little mouse
Okay.
head.
You guys come back? Or no?
So you're back in your form, right? Can you change back into? Or can I?
Or
Or
third wild shape for the
So
day.
he-
Or can I carry you?
I honestly am fairly certain that you can carry me. I'm rather small,
No. I
even
mean,
as a kinder.
as in, may I?
Yes, that's fine.
I was asking permission, not if you had the capability.
Yes, yeah, that's probably a better plan.
So
Okay.
hold on, and then I'm gonna sneak back.
Cool. All right. So
There's a rock I'll trip over it, apparently.
Darrow comes back holding Sai in his arms.
Now that is something I didn't expect to see today.
They apparently just wandered off into the bushes for a few minutes.
To go cuddle?
I mean, I understand. I had my time yesterday. I get it.
No, I know
With
you
Darrow
I
or with
can't.
Sai?
I can't.
So
With
I,
parents.
I see something, but Sai says she doesn't.
What do you see?
I see
What
some.
do your eyes see?
Some sort of rock
I was waiting for it.
creature, earth thing, guardian in front of the portal.
Do I know anything about rock creatures?
What do you see?
Not without seeing it.
Rocks.
He said it.
So
Okay. So Daryl says he sees a pile of rocks that is a guardian. Sai says she sees a pile of rocks.
We saw a rock guardian come to life in front of the other portal, correct?
correct.
So we know that there is the good possibility that he is right.
Possibly. However, you did just have him go back, and Sai comes back and goes, "It's just a pile of rocks."
Alright.
He's just being paranoid.
We have two options. We can shoot at it, see if the pile of rocks wakes up, or
I mean,
Just ride along, and if it decides to wake up,
the
crush the
last
rocks.
time we walked closer and it formed and then we walked away and it went away. We don't have to injure it.
Well, then let's do that.
Well, we also have to remember this.
Wait, what?
And Durin's having a moment.
I was gonna say,
If we do not deal with this now, it's a good possibility that when the soldiers walk through this, they're gonna get caught by this. And
Okay.
it's a
Words of
possibility that the soldiers are gonna have the
Sanity and
kids with
safety
them.
coming from Durin. Now you know the world's topsy-turvy.
The whatever this rock thing, the soldiers are gonna have the children with them.
I'll start
And the
walking
last thing
towards
we
they're
it.
a
need to
whole
do.
army.
Didn't the soldiers have to walk by the last one that you dealt with?
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Didn't we take care of that last one?
No,
Aaron
I
was
mean,
not
I'm not
there. I
moving
don't know
quick,
what you guys did
just
with that.
slowly.
No, we didn't.
And the soldiers had to pass by the last one, right?
Did I
Also-
see, the Layla walk off?
Yeah, she's not trying to hide it. I didn't make sure to ask. So
No,
she's
no,
just walking.
She got off the horse and
Yeah,
moved on.
she's just going on.
Oh, while they're arguing as they typically do.
I'm asking questions, but no one's answering.
I'm gonna,
Don't know the question.
I'm gonna follow her
Okay.
at a safe distance. For me.
Yeah.
60 feet.
I don't think they will.
All right.
And
So
I
you.
see the pile
Yeah.
of, okay.
Yeah. You see the pile of rocks. Give me nature to begin with.
Nature.
Mhm.
Okay. So, it's a nat 20, so 25?
Perfect. You recognize this thing as not an elemental. Give me Arcana.
Doing better than some of us.
Dirty 20.
Look at them green dice just rolling for you tonight.
know.
Let me tell you. All right. With that, you recognize that that is a clay golem, and it is a little worse for wear being out here in the elements, but that seems to be a fully functioning clay golem.
So something we probably don't want to mess with. Is it moving anymore as I get
Nope.
closer?
Nope, unless you're trying to walk up on it.
And Duro is
60 feet behind you.
My telepathy works up to 60 feet. I will relay what I can tell it is to him. See what he wants to do.
Excellent.
Okay, let's go back and tell everybody else.
Okay. We'll start walking back, and as I get 60 feet away from everybody else, I'll start communicating with them.
Okay, so you all suddenly hear Layla Slad's voice in your head, and she's telling you.
It's a fully functioning clay golem.
Hmm.
I don't know if we really want to.
Do
We did
we
leave the
need to
last
bother with
one
it?
out in the open, so I don't think it'll.
If we're not bothering with the portal, we should be fine, right?
Yep.
That's what I said.
And this is all happening internally, correct?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
So Dalamar's just sitting there listening to two of you go back and forth, well, we should, and well, why shouldn't we, and blah, 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 and has no idea that there's a whole different conversation happening.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
as we get closer, if I get close enough to him, I'll verbally fill him in.
I was gonna say, I
He might
question.
find it a little weird to the mental.
I feel like at some point that Layla and Sai weren't there when they had the conversation with Barrett, and he was like, y'all go on, I'll find the kids, whatever. So
Mhm.
I'm going to say that had to have been a conversation you explained to us, otherwise Sai isn't gonna just go with it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say at this point, Sai's argument would be, it's apparently important enough for us to leave the children and my faithful steed to be found by Derek. There's no reason for us to mess with a thing that's not messing with us. We need to move forward. Also, it's not a natural thing. I can't shape into it, so we can just move.
But.
In my head. Didn't say that out loud.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's adding to the conversation
Okay.
that was happening out
Okay, I was
loud,
gonna say I didn't.
and Layla did clue him in verbally
Fair
once
enough,
she
fair
got
enough,
close
yeah.
enough.
I mean, I can glue him in telepathically, it just might freak him
Nah.
out a little bit.
Oh.
Was it?
And give it away.
I mean,
what I am.
didn't Durin say we need to get rid of it because other soldiers will be coming along?
Oh, that's what the question I asked was if you guys passed by one before,
We left it before.
and the soldiers walked by that one. Why do you have to
Okay.
deal with
Because
this?
that's all well and good, but academically speaking,
We're
this
not
is
here for
an
your
amazing
academics.
find.
We're
I
not
mean,
here for your academics.
You're right.
We're not here
You
for
are
you.
right.
We're here to
It
save the
is
world,
an
remember?
amazing
I like
academic
what
find.
she's saying.
You are so right. You know what? And in that vein,
Yes.
I want you to know I would be so excited to see what kind of magic you have to bear against such a thing.
Well, if it's a clay golem, then my magic would be useless.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So unfortunately,
Do you have any other
what it
information
sounds
you
like.
could give us?
It's susceptible to hammers and dwarves specifically.
Wow.
Right.
Here we have a door.
Okay.
That feels like
That's
targeted information, and I don't
That's-
trust
You
it.
feel like it's so academically important. You go ahead. We're gonna carry on where we were going.
All
save the
right,
world.
that sounds wonderful. Durin, with me.
No, I said we're gonna keep going.
Right, but I need a dwarf with a hammer to deal with this, so.
Mm-mm.
No,
And
no,
if
we
he
did
wants
not
to
say
go, he
any of
can.
us were putting
I
our
don't
lives
think
on the
Doran's
line for
going to
this.
go.
I don't know.
Durin is his own dwarf. He can make
Durin
his
is
own
his own
decision.
dwarf?
You're 100% right.
Only recently.
What a reason.
Sorry.
I
Captain
don't
said, "Let's move
know you
forward."
well enough to put my hands in faith in you.
What,
He
what,
literally
what
just-
better way to become boon companions
Yes, there it is.
than to simply
nice.
to soldier together?
I have a weird feeling that if this was to get out of control, you would leave me.
I don't think that's
I
your feeling.
resent that remark.
Resent
I have
or
not.
resemble?
Resemble.
I no resent. I said what I meant.
Resemble.
No, absolutely not. I could never leave my favorite
The
dwarf
sentence-
around something
To
dangerous.
hear,
Whoa.
to hear someone admit
Your
not
favorite.
10 minutes ago that they are not a soldier, to walk up to a soldier and say, let us soldier on, is so insulting.
Well, you see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Darn.
look at the influence, the amazing influence that my just absolutely heartfelt relationship with Durin has
Your
established.
captain says that it's
My
time to
absolute-
move on and away from this.
Friendly scholar here.
Yes.
Let me present a scholarly argument to you.
Okay.
Yes?
So it'll be good.
Sure.
This is bullshit.
You,
Yes.
Your
unfortunately,
captain says this
see
is
that
not a
you
good
probably
idea,
would
we
have to
need
do this
move on.
alone. Because the dwarf has to answer to his captain. That's a problem. You know, and I definitely, trust me, I understand it. You know, in academia, we don't do that so much. I get it. Here's the thing. You have no magic that will work against it. Now,
That is correct.
I would be so happy to hear all about your finding, and I want you to know that when you live through this, please let me know. I'm excited to hear about it. But if you want to do this, it seems like you're doing it on your own this time, bud.
Right. But
He's not
I
playing with you.
would like to add a scholarly comment to that.
Certainly.
Since Durin does answer to a captain, meaning that he is a member of a crew, would mean that he would also be able to request leave, that he could do his own personal things with.
Somebody
Oh, okay, so you mean like when you request a sabbatical?
Not
okay.
quite, not a
No,
sabbatical,
no,
because he could just
It sounds
leave.
a lot
It's
like
a
that.
day pass,
It sounds
really.
a lot like that to me. And what it sounds like to me is that you were assigned a specific thing, which was to go with us, because we're supposed to find
I
the
wasn't
city of
assigned
lost.
that at
No,
all. I
the
was
city
given
of lost
permission
names.
to.
Yes? No, that wasn't. You weren't. There was no assignment going on there.
No, there was no assignment at all.
We can always
Well, that's
come
very.
back
That's
after
very
we go
interesting.
where-
That's very
where we
interesting
were.
to know. That is fun. That is very interesting though. That's fun.
Suppose we could mark it on a map.
Yeah, we can mark it
Wow,
back,
that
and
is.
we can
You know
come
what?
back.
Maps are good for that. They're good for marking things on.
We can come back. I don't think the portal's going anywhere.
And without that great brain, I bet
But
you
we
know
wouldn't
exactly
know
where on the map you need to
If
mark
the
it.
portal was going somewhere unless we investigated it.
Mm-hmm.
And Durin
But
has
as the
remained
most
very
magical
silent
among
during all
us,
of
This
that
will
feels
be a
like
great
something you would
experiment
know.
to see if they do move then. Mark it on your map, we'll go there and we'll check back, and if it moves, then you know the portal's moved.
That's a great idea.
It's an experiment in itself. Without putting yourself and us in
And
harm's
as
way.
he's the most magic-y of the people here, and he says that his magic, unfortunately, would not be very useful. I don't, you know.
Okay, so he concedes and marks it on his map.
I'm on a horse.
Yes, you are, big guy.
You want to ride this? Because my feet
Wow. You wanna
can't
ride this?
touch.
Phrasing.
My feet
It's been a
can't
weird
touch.
night.
There's a lot of weird things.
Alright, I'm gonna safely scout us around.
Okay, so you safely scout around.
You want to ride this?
Evening.
I can't touch the bottom.
Evening passes, no
Anybody can touch the bottom when
issues.
they're riding a horse.
The next day,
His feet probably don't hit the stirrups.
My feet don't hit the stirrups.
That
the
is a
canyons
legitimate
remain
problem.
dry,
As a short person, it's a legitimate problem, sir.
It's day two.
and
Yes, it is.
nothing today.
Okay.
Nothing?
Nothing wants to kill
Nothing
us
wants to
today.
So
Nothing whatever.
on day 2, you actually enter the Stormstep Canyon.
Okay.
This is a maze of canyons. You will now be down in what is considered the Wash. Today, just like the day before and the day before that, the canyons are dry.
Yes.
Can I look to see if maybe when they were wet last?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me survival or nature.
I'll go nature.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm continuing my streak of rolling really, really well.
I am so happy
I
for you.
rolled an 11.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I mean,
Gotta-
better. Don't we already know that?
Yeah, you guys. What he's looking for is when was it wet last, not
Same here.
if it
Not
is going
gonna-
to change today.
Same here.
Yeah.
21.
21. The two of you are digging in the dirt there, and it's very, very dry. It seems as if the canyons have been dry for quite some time.
It could be good or bad.
I lean toward bed.
Means they could flash flood at any moment,
Sure does.
but not today.
However, we have the Raven's blessing, so we know that that won't happen.
I don't.
Several of you are aware that today
You know, today
the
is
canyons will be safe to travel in.
Were yours is blessing me.
with the hard head. Yes, absolutely.
Dalamar continues to map the northern wastes as you travel, and
Alright.
he is keeping track of the twists and turns of this canyon as you go. Because you have the blessing, you cannot get lost in the canyons. So there
Nice.
is no roll needed from anyone.
Sweet.
Because we fail it.
So
You'd fail.
nighttime comes, no issues whatsoever. Day 3.
What's happening over there with them dice again? What was happening with them dice? Nothing?
Day 3, the canyons stay dry once more.
That dice is lying yesterday.
So far, so good. And
Feels ominous.
no encounters.
Feels ominous.
Fantastic.
Feels ominous.
By evening time of the 3rd day,
I don't like it.
you see the fortress of Wakenreth
Okay.
rising above you. It looks like it actually is perched upon almost a mesa of a rise. It's canyon surrounds it, but it seems like there is a path that you can travel.
Okay. Alright.
No need to climb. It's an older path, but you definitely see the markings once you get above the water line of where this was a carved path, as if the people who would come to pay their respects would go kind of on a journey as it circles this rise.
Right.
And ahead of you, a pale stone tower juts from the rust-colored landscape, carved with the likeness of 1,000 elven warriors. The tower has relatively intact lower levels. As it climbs towards its 80-foot height, the upper levels deteriorate. Rather than falling, the crumbling stone hangs in the air. The tower's disintegration frozen unnaturally.
Mm.
You can make out a rusty iron double door at the tower's base, and you can see that it's partially open.
Okay. You see anything else around?
You see nothing else around.
I'm gonna take a quick look.
Mhm.
I'll go scout ahead.
Okay. So tell me what you're doing.
I am going to approach through brush or woods if I can until I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll try to angle to the right first and look around, see if I can see around it, and then move back over to the left, see if I can see around it. If it looks clear, I'll signal everybody to move up.
Okay, looks clear.
I like looks clear. So I'll signal everybody to move up.
Is this place dimly lit? Is it dark?
The outside of it is unlit whatsoever, but as it is getting dark, you do see light coming from the slightly open doorway.
Somebody's inside. So while they're approaching,
It seems so.
once I notice that, I'll try to move up quietly and take a look inside.
Excellent. Give me stealth.
Absolutely.
I tie Roderick's reins to a nearby tree.
Can do. You actually find old hitching posts.
29.
Okay, fantastic. You are a shadow moving through shadows. The first level that you can see, how close do you get? Are you actually trying to peek in through the door?
Yeah, I want
I
to try
thought
to
you
peek
might be.
in through the door, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving
I'm just
throw.
joking. I'm just joking. That would be evil, right? No, the first level that you look into is actually brightly lit. The whole chamber is illuminated by these white flames flickering in magical sconces on the walls. In the room's center stands a gleaming obsidian statue of a solemn elf warrior. Around the statue's pedestal, you see hundreds of silver coins lying scattered in the dust. Beyond that, a staircase ascending, curving along the wall of the tower. I mean, hundreds of silver, and this is not current silver coins.
Oh no.
Alright, first of all, do I recognize the elf?
History check.
Dun dun dun.
And you have advantage on it since you are Sylvanesty.
That's good, because the first roll was pretty good.
Oh no.
And the second roll was exactly the same.
What'd you get?
Fluffin'.
I rolled 2 5s, a 10.
Fluffy.
10.
Fluff,
No,
fluff.
I rolled
No,
a 5.
no.
I rolled 2 5s.
So sorry.
Yeah,
You do not recognize
the
it.
shiny
That is an
stuff's a
elf.
little distracting.
Yeah, you're already calculating. You're like, oh wait, those are actual like Istarian silver coins. Those could be worth a fortune to the right collectors.
He went up.
I will carefully step into
The rest of you are watching from a distance as you see Darrow. He is definitely moving as if he is trying not to be seen or not to trigger anything as he steps inside.
So we really, I mean, we would assume he's
He
doing
has
what he's
not
doing.
given you an all clear.
Oh no.
Reverence.
Oh,
We're gonna move up to the door.
I will slowly approach.
So
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask Reverence to accompany me. We're going to stay on our horses and approach the front door.
I guess I'm going to.
Because Darrow has never entered a building by himself ever.
That's a great
He's
point.
never entered a building by himself ever. Like he's doing something's weird.
Mhm.
So we're just going to approach the door just to back him up.
Okay. Are you trying to do so stealthily?
We're on horseback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Darrow, as you're like carefully
Let's keep
moving
it
in,
Roderick.
you can hear them coming on horses and everything. I mean, it's might be your imagination, but like you even saw like the dust in front of you get a little disturbed at their approach.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I thought Reverence hitched Roderick.
I told her to stop.
Probably
Oh, you told her to
really
stop?
wouldn't, you know,
Yeah, I told her it's like not
too
yet.
focused.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if I can reach the coins. Now, I didn't say reach for.
Right. You absolutely can reach the coins.
Do they look trapped?
So that would require a perception roll.
Oh, I've been doing so good on that lately.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You
we're
have been
excited
doing
for you to do this.
amazing.
You got it.
17.
17. None of these are trapped. These are just treasure that has never been picked up by anybody because nobody's been here in a long time. You're looking at the dust on the floor,
Mhm.
and only your steps are showing.
Mm-hmm.
This is just treasure.
Hmm. So, one last question. Before I reach out and grab one,
Yeah.
do I think that these are, I don't know,
Cursed.
tithing or
Oh.
gift to a god?
There's nothing here to suggest that at all.
But it definitely is. Look at his face.
There is nothing at all to suggest that. This is like, maybe this was like when you come here, like you had to pay, you know, like a sort of a toll or something back in the years before, when this was more of a regular sort of attraction. Because the coins and everything, they're not stacked or anything. They
Right.
look like they may have been at one point and something has scattered them so that they're just laying all haphazardly.
Alright, I'm gonna take a glance around the chamber.
Yes.
Do I see anything that might be a trap or danger or anything like that?
Now you are convinced at this point that there's nothing else in here. There was like a welcoming statue where you would put coins, and then like the actual rest of what this tower represents is in the floors above you.
Alright, so I am going to turn for the door
Mm-hmm.
and take one step
Mm-hmm.
and then say, who am I kidding? And I'm going to turn around and grab the closest coin.
Absolutely. You pick up a coin.
I look at it real quick.
Okay, so give me just an intelligence check, just for like basically this would be like an appraisal.
10.
Okay. You're not an antique person, right? Like
Right, yeah.
you're not a you don't value these things regularly. You're a security specialist, and you deal in rare goods sometimes as part of your profession. And pre-cataclysm items usually go for like lots
Right.
and
Collectors-
lots,
collectors, right.
super things. These were minted the year that the God Emperor was ruling in Istar, the year of the cataclysm.
Okay.
Like these were months before the cataclysm happened. These things are worth a fortune.
Excellent. So now that I've determined that, I look around at all the coins.
Yeah.
In my estimation, could I carry all the coins?
Oh, for sure. You very quickly, I mean, just your brain just does these kind of numbers. You recognize there are 450 silver coins on the ground, minus the one that you have in your hand. So bring it to a total of 451, which would, if you found the right buyer, could set up your whole family's trade for the next 15 generations of elves.
I start to gather the coins.
We're all.
Absolutely. You gather every single one of them up. Takes you no time at all.
I'm working on it. Yep.
This point, I'm assuming we will approach at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. You have not seen him in like a minute. I mean, it hasn't been like forever. It hasn't been 15, 20 minutes. It's just been a minute or so since he stepped inside.
Go check on him.
Well, when they moved up, I would have too. I feel like all of us would have at the same time.
I'm on the same horse as Reverence, so whatever
That's
Reverence is doing, I'm doing involuntarily, at least.
See, I just get up to go check on him, see if he's alright.
Sure. You look inside.
Yeah.
You see Darrow's standing at the base of this statue of someone you don't know, you don't recognize. It's an elf.
Okay.
The room is exactly as I described before. You can see his steps leading up to it. And he's like busy like kind of tightening down his gear and just kind of looking around.
Alright. We good in here? What is...
Looks clear.
Alright. Are there pathways to bring the horses in, or do we need to leave the horses out?
Yeah, I mean, you could bring them in here if you needed to. I mean, it's big enough space that you could absolutely do that. But there's no like stable or other rooms or anything like that. This is just one big chamber, and there's a set of stairs leading up to the next level.
Okay.
So back to the hitching post.
I'm not leaving them outside. I'll leave the horse in the courtyard inside.
Okay, very cool.
While they're working on that, I'll scout the rest of the room. You said something about
There's
what you
just a
did,
staircase.
it was just a
Yeah.
statue.
Yep, statue
A
and staircase.
I'm gonna
Yep,
check
staircase
out,
going
check
up.
out the staircase.
Absolutely.
It feels like I certainly won't know this, but I'd like to ask if I could try to see if I know anything about the elf.
Let me see.
I mean, I might not have whatever I need to roll for it, so that would be what it is, but.
You can make a intelligence history check.
Okay.
And this is going to be made with disadvantage since you are not silk nesting.
It's more or less a disadvantage anyway. No worries. I don't know anything.
Just a statue of some dude.
I barely know it's no.
Yep.
Good more lie.
So you investigate the stairs.
Yeah.
They seem to be in good repair. There's no obvious missing anything. It's all stone carved into the side of the obelisk here. And Dalmar comes in and he looks around and he was like, oh, interesting. You would think there'd be more, but maybe it's in the next level.
More what?
More what?
Well, just more. It's a statue of I mean, it's a very common statue. Usually they place, to mark like, this is a Sylvanesti resting ground. It's very gauche.
So this is a tomb.
Yes, this whole place is. This is where they would come to bury their dead.
So this is no specific elf, this is a standard.
Yeah, very common.
So while they start that conversation, I'll move up the stairs.
Excellent. Okay.
For some reason.
All right.
Way noisier than normal, huh?
Okay, whenever Darrow says things look safe,
Are you going to try to go all the way up to the second level? Or are you just like going halfway? Like how far up the stairs are you going?
I'm gonna see if I can like peek up to the top. I don't know what the
Sure,
situation
absolutely.
is, but I want to try to take a
I'll
look.
stay within 60 feet of him if he's.
Excellent. Well, you can easily do that. The stairs are not very big. They don't go very far. I mean, it's a staircase leading up. As you peek into the next level, you can see that heaps of rubble have fallen from this chamber's partially collapsed ceiling. The room holds 2 stone crypts, while the walls are sculpted with empty burial niches. A door stands to the southeast, and sconces on the wall shed a light that's kind of tinged a faint green. The ones down below were like bright white, and those ones have just a little bit of like a greenish sort of glow mixed in.
So I'll make my way quietly down the stairs, and I'll be like, "Hey, there's a crypt upstairs."
Okay,
And describe what I saw.
excellent. And I guess we'll have to find out what happens on next in the year 2025 when we return.
This was a very children episode.
Hey, Coasters, we want to thank you for sticking with us throughout this year. We have had a lot of fun. We got to finish up Wild Beyond the Witchlight this year. In the coming year, we are going to continue with Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. But also you're going to see some familiar faces come back as we begin a new show that's going to be based on a game called Shadowdark. I was going to say Shadowrun. That's not right. We're going to be playing a game based on the Shadowdark system. Which is very, very like classic Dungeons and Dragons, very dungeon crawly. And that's actually going to be led by Vitus Redblade, otherwise known as Torn in the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, or as we know him here, Dustin. DM Dustin will be taking on that role sometime in the year 2025. Since this is our last show of 2024, we do want to say happy holidays to everybody out there. Thank you for supporting us this year. Thank you for continuing to support Comic Emporium. They are, I mean, without you guys, we couldn't continue to be super nerds like this and do this every week. So we want to just say thanks a whole lot, and we look forward to seeing you all when we return for our next episode on January 7th. So that will be January 7th, 2025. And until then, feel free to come by the shop and you can come ask us all your questions and show us all your fan art like you have been. And continue to talk to us, of course, on our Discord and all our different social medias out there. So thank you once again, and Candle Coasters, thank you for continuing to keep those candles burning.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.